But let's take it back. How did Bama return to prominence? Entering the season, many didn't know what to expect, but after a slow start, the tide rose again. Here now, our Alabama 2014 season in review.
Derrick Henry gets the handoff. He'll come to the left side, finds a hole. Henry to the 5. Henry's gonna go! Touchdown, Alabama!
The season opened in Georgia. It was supposed to be a blowout, but West Virginia kept the game a little too close for comfort. Daphne native TJ Yeldon's 2 touchdowns led the Tide to a 33-23 win. After 2 blowout games against Florida Atlantic and Southern Miss, the Tide faced its first SEC opponent on September 20th, the struggling Florida Gators. They won easy, 42-21. But then, disaster. Against an Ole Miss team ranked 11th in the country, the number 3 Crimson Tide swallowed the bitter taste of defeat. Bama dropped to 7th in the polls, and just when people expected the Tide to bounce back against Arkansas, they kind of did the opposite. A disappointing 1-point victory against Arkansas. Frustrations were mounting.
And it really sort of, if you want to know the truth about it, me off when I talk to people that have this expectation, like they're disappointed that we only won the game 14-13 and in the way we played. Really, that's frustrating. You want to talk about something that's frustrating? That's frustrating.
Halfway through the regular season, fans and experts were asking, which way will the Tide turn? Big Al had an answer for his critics.
Here's Sims on a keeper, gets around 3 men, cuts inside of another, he may go, he's to the 10, he's to the 5, my goodness! Wade Sims, 43 yards, touchdown, Alabama!
An emphatic 59-0 victory over the Aggies served as a catalyst for what would be a dominating second half. The next week, a no-nonsense win against Tennessee, setting up a battle in Baton Rouge. Back and forth all game long, the Tide trailing with 50 seconds to go. With the season on the line, Blake Sims leads the team 55 yards down the field, and a field goal ties the game. In OT, Bama avoids a loss in Louisiana with a touchdown pass to DeAndre White.
Gets the snap, looks for a fade near side, got it, Alabama, DeAndre White, touchdown!
No break in the drama a week later as the Tide welcomed number 1 ranked Mississippi State to T-Town. After a quick start, Bama looked to have it locked up, 19-3 at the half, but the Bulldogs barked back, outscoring the Tide 17-6 in the second half, but it wasn't enough. Bama silenced the Cowbells. Only one big game left. After taking down West Carolina, it was time for an Iron Bowl where the Tide had everything to lose. And early on, it looked like that could happen. But as the saying goes, the Tide will rise, and they did just that with a dominating second half performance.
Great drop, looks. Everybody's covered, he's going to run. He's to the 10, he's to the 5, he's going to go to the angle of the end zone!
The highest scoring Iron Bowl in history, 55-44, the Tide win. The SEC championship game proved more to be a warm-up for the Sugar Bowl than anything else. No drama as Bama cruised to a 42-13 victory. Next up, the semifinal. Bama versus the Buckeyes in less than 2 hours.